As always, every Thursday we come to you live.
We live, baby.
We're in person. You're on the television or wherever you're watching the TV. I'm very old. I'm saying television. On your iPhone, on your phone.
Your smartphone.
Oh, jeez. That's old to say that, like smartphone or cell phone. It's just a phone nowadays. Anyway.
What's going on, man?
We're here again. I'm excited to be with my buddy Rob.
Me too.
We're going to talk
Good
about
see you,
all
Rob.
things combat sports, all things bare knuckle, and we're going to do a rundown of that. But before we get into that, Rob, I don't know if you even know we're going to do this. People sometimes ask, are you and Rob friends off the air? You know, you guys seem like you're all friends on the air. What's it like off the air? You and Dave on the air, the president. So we have some footage here that we want to roll. We had some catering come in last week, and this is immediately after the show. So those of you who want to know what we do to work on our podcast during the week, this is it. Let's roll the clip of last week. I got to get intense, right?
And one.
One, two, three. Look at that. This is what I do at the bare knuckle offices. They pay me to hit myself.
I didn't even know that was coming up. That's great.
I know you didn't. I can tell. No, that's what we do. We have a good time always, and we're gonna have a good time today. A little slice of life there. What goes on behind the scenes?
A lot of fun.
A lot of stuff coming up today. So what we're going to get into, I mean, we have USS Steve Cunningham. Shots fired. Yes, that's right. At BKFC heavyweight champion Joey Beltran, we're going to talk about why and how Joey kind of called him out.
Yeah.
Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, that sounds like they have their fight date. That's going to be happening. We're going to talk about that. Also, Diego Sanchez and his manager parting ways. Some interesting things with that. And then new BKFC female signings. Female division is on
fire.
It's like NBA
It
Jam.
is on fire,
It's on
baby.
fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It
it's
is
old
heating
school.
up, man.
And then also we're going to
Exciting.
announce Paige Van Zant's next opponent and fight date officially today.
We have the date, the official date you're
We have the
announcing
date.
today?
Yeah, it says here on my format. So if
All
unless
right.
they screwed up, hey, that's their screw up. We're going to announce it. We don't care. We
Now
don't
it looks
care.
like we have it. We're going to be announcing it and the location.
It's going to be awesome. And
Oh.
speaking of fights and stuff, Joey Beltran's coming on, our BKFC heavyweight champion. We're going to talk about the Steve
Live,
Cunningham
baby,
call
yeah.
out. He'll be on the phone live with us. And also, since the female division's on fire, we have Taylor Starling coming in. Remember her fight from Knucklemania? That was insane, the opener. So we'll talk about all that stuff and more today. We're very excited you're here with us. Matter of fact, right now, let's just get into it. Let's talk about Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder 3. Number 3, I've seen the first two. They're announced for July 24th in Las Vegas. I know you'll probably be watching, right?
I'm definitely going to be watching this fight. Back and forth, back and forth. Is he fighting Joshua? Is he fighting Wilder? I'm glad they have a date. Man, I'm really excited about this fight. I am really excited, especially considering the first fight, Wilder knocked him down. It looked like a knockout.
Oh, yeah.
Clean to the floor. 12th round, it's over. And he got up. He got up with the biggest heart, man. I mean, everyone thought it was over. He gets up. It's a draw. You know, they fight again. You know, he destroys him. You know, he busts his eardrum up, something nice. Then Wilder blames it on like the 50 pounds of gear that he was walking out to the ring.
Well, then don't walk out with 50 pounds of
Yeah.
gear, dope. Like,
Yeah.
I don't. If you're watching this, Deontay, that was Rob. My name is Rob, and I just called you a dope. Anyway, sorry. Very professional here.
Yeah.
So
it's always fun and
you
games.
know, I'm excited to see the fight I'm going to be watching. I enjoyed the first two. I kind of wanted to see the Joshua fight too, though. I mean, I did. But you know, I'll take Deontay the fight with that first. You know,
We put it up. We put it up on YouTube. I'm going to say we had like 10,000 votes. It was like 84-16. Everyone's calling for Fury to win the fight. So we asked him who's going to win in the third and final, and it's all Fury. Yep.
the Gypsy King himself.
10,000 plus votes, man.
Who, by the way, if you missed it last week, we had David Feldman on. You can go back and listen to that or watch that. He actually had a meeting with Tyson Fury, meeting of sorts in the gym. There's a picture and all. So, you know, who knows? I would love to see him here, but we don't know if we're going to
That'd be
see
cool.
that. I
That'd
would
be
be very
cool.
excited about that. Let's just move on to the other big story here that we saw this week. And I'm interested in this for a couple reasons. Diego Sanchez, his manager, they're parting ways. What do you know about this, Rob?
Wow. Talk about drama, man. His relationship, you know, their relationship in general and his trainer's relationship with combat sports has been rocky, crazy, you know, to say the least.
Put it nicely.
Yeah, I'm going to put it out there, man. I want to try to get either one or both on the show. I want to get their side of the story.
I do too.
Because, you know, you people have different training methods, different, you know, theories on what they should and shouldn't be doing. He had him like hanging upside down, punching him in the stomach. And, you know, the Twitter world and social media just went crazy. But like, yo, what are you doing, man? Like, what's going on? And then he goes into the UFC boardroom and just saying, you guys are screwing my fighter. And And Dana White's response is just like, I have no response. Dude's batshit crazy. He just said it today. Speaking of his trainer, he said, Diego, I'll talk to him all day, every day.
Do you think he really is batshit crazy, or he was trying to kind of get some headlines and just be crazy and maybe went a little too far kind of thing? Kind of a controlled craziness that got out of control?
I don't know, man. I can't put my finger on this one. Again.
But if it's controlled craziness,
let's get him on the show. I love to get them on the show.
I would too, but if it's controlled craziness, you would know to dial it back a little bit. You know what I mean?
You should be able to.
Smart enough. But maybe you're out of control and you can't. You want to get him on the show. It's funny you're saying that. I thought you were going another route. I'd love to have him on the show, but I want to see him fight each other bare knuckle. I want to see everybody fight each other bare knuckle.
Dude,
you think I would do that?
Ask them that. You just ruined it for next week. The show's canceled, man. We're done.
Well, we'll see what they say. That's what I want to see.
No, I do. I
want to fight you bare knuckle.
Well,
I'm so pumped up.
McGregor put it out there. He was like, come to McGregor Promotions, have them, handle their business in the ring. Handle your business into BKFC. I'm down for that, man.
I mean, look, what's better than bare knuckle to handle your business, man against man, and that's it. And then one leaves with the hand held high, and then one leaves with the head in that situation down low, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Done.
Listen, I'm not the matchmaker. I'm by far not
Get
David
Nate Shook
Feldman.
in here. Where's he
yeah,
at?
Get
I
the
want to make some
matchmaker.
phone calls, Nate.
Get Senior, Dave Senior,
or his manager, the one again. I'd like to talk to them. We talked about Nate Shook, BKFC matchmaker. Real quick, as we're talking about this stuff, since we brought him up, I want to take a quick second. I want to congratulate him, Evan Zantar, the Lord himself. He probably could. We switched to a shot of him. He can show his muscles off wherever he likes to do. He's
there. He is.
Also, David Feldman Jr. all being inducted into the Hall of Fame for bare knuckle this weekend.
Congratulations.
I said Nate. Didn't I say Nate? Nate Shook.
I think we said. Did we leave Nate out?
I would never. That's how I brought. That's how I transitioned into saying Nate Shook. Speaking to him, he will also be in the Bare Knuckle Hall of Fame. Very excited about that for them.
That's awesome.
And
Phil Lambert too.
The other reason I bring up Bare Knuckle Hall of Fame is because our photographer Phil Lambert's going to be in there. You see some of his shots; they're incredible. So, congrats to all of you guys. It's going to be a great event. It's going to be a great event. Let's talk about another Hall of Famer, Joey Beltran, first ever. Well, no.
Yeah,
first I get nervous when I say
heavyweight
that.
champion.
No, what are you, crazy? You're going to get beat up. No, don't. See, you're trying.
He's the first heavyweight champion. Arnold Adams. Yeah, I said it. And this guy.
Oh no!
And this guy told me to.
Oh no, I didn't. Arnold,
I'm on your side, Arnold. Don't forget that, buddy. I love you, man.
My knees are knocking. Stop that. No, he's the first ever. Is he the first ever BKFC heavyweight champion to go into the Hall of Fame?
He is.
That's where I was going with that.
First Hall of Fame fighter from the modern era of BKFC. Maybe we can say that. Maybe we can say that with the average.
To defend their title. Okay, there you go. That's going into the Hall of Fame.
That's
so
awesome.
There we cleared that all up, so I won't get beat up again, nor will Rob. But that's kind of where I was heading with that. Very excited. Joey's got so much.
Arnold Adams is gonna love to hear that, man.
Woo! I'll do the strut all day, Arnold. Come on, let's do it. Rob, you're supposed to laugh. Please laugh there.
You say Arnold Adams 3 times, he's going to show up behind you and smack
all right,
the
enough
headset
of Arnold
off.
Adams. All right, so we love you, Arnold. So let's talk about Joey. Joey went on, and we're going to have him on later today, coming up around 12:30. He'll be on with us, talking live on the phone. Joey went on social media, and actually we published it. He had said that basically, and I agree with this, he's the BKFC heavyweight champion of the world, and that makes him the baddest SOB walking the planet. I mean, there's a little bit of argument in that, but I feel like this is just at the core of it, the toughest sport, just to punch each other in the mouth, in the stomach, everywhere. So Joey is, I think, the toughest athlete out there. Whoever's the champion is. And when he said this, Philly boy, USS Steve Cunningham took, former champion himself, took a little bit of had a little problem with this.
He took it personal, man. He fired back.
Yeah. And he said, let's do it.
Joey Beltran, wanted the smoke, as the kids say, and Steve Cunningham said, I'm down. Let's do it.
And if you're not familiar with Steve Cunningham, he's the guy, if you're kind of new into the game, if you're watching the Jake Paul fight, he's the one that fought Frank Mir and I believe defeated Frank Mir.
Beat Frank Mir.
Steve Cunningham's a very talented fighter. It's no joke.
No joke, man. He is legit. And the fact that Joey agreed when Steve called him out, Joey
great.
said, I'm down.
Here's the thing. Joey.
But I'll make sure that I'm not speaking out of turn when we get him on in a couple of minutes, just to confirm.
I'm so proud of you with that reset. That was such a good radio war. We call that a reset. You just said, "Oh, we're gonna have him back." I was gonna do that. You did it. You're awesome, Rob. Rob's getting a broadcaster. I love it.
I've got the best mentor in the world.
Yeah, right.
It's easy, man.
Right, yeah,
it's
you're
easy
in
when I'm
trouble.
working with the best, brother.
You're in trouble. But no, I feel that Joey had said that, and when he originally said it, we'll get more into this when he comes on. That it was something to the effect of, in my house, in my ring. So he wants to do it bare knuckle, it sounds like. Steve's like, well, we could do it boxing or bare knuckle. I feel like boxing, no knock on Joey, but Steve's a boxer, right? Bare knuckle, I got to say, Joey all day, man. Joey's used to it. Joey's been in those waters before. Joey has has experienced bare knuckle. Even if you've been hit with a street fight, I have a lot of respect for Steve Cunningham for what he's done. Again, he's a Philly boy too. I love that.
Yeah.
But when you go bare knuckle, it's going to be
military man. It's
well, I have respect for that too.
Absolutely.
He's tough. He's got to be tough, mentally, physically, everything. But bare knuckle is a completely different game. We've seen boxers walk into bare knuckle and fail constantly because they don't prepare. And I don't know if it's arrogance or they just don't know to prepare. I can't figure it out.
Well, look, Frank Mir was a very, very game opponent versus Steve Cunningham. You know, Steve won. You know, there's no argument to it. Frank Mir came in, and he was a very game opponent. He looked great. So I'm not taking anything away from Frank Mir, and that fight was my favorite fight and the fight of Triller, in my opinion. Now, oh man, dude, Joey going into a boxing match, he's got MMA experience. He's got a ton of that.
He's got a lot of fight experience.
Yeah, he's got a lot of combat sporting experience. That would be interesting as well. And we'll see what Joey's, kind of leaning towards. Is he looking for that boxing transition, or does he want to keep it in his home court?
Well, I also find it interesting that Joey Beltran, our heavyweight champion here of the world at BKFC, he's talking about challenging anybody from any discipline. He lists the disciplines. I don't know. Do we have that video? Can we show? Well, we'll show the video before we interview Joey. That's what we'll do. We'll show going into the Joey interview. That's coming up in a Shoemaker, one of the heaviest hitters, probably the heaviest hitter in the history of BKFC, going after your title coming up June 26th in Miami. And you're calling out other people. So either that shows me that Joey is that confident that he's going to beat Sam.
Yeah, is he dismissing Sam Shoemaker
We're
already?
Find that out. I mean, what does the chat think? Do you think it's a dismissal, or do you think Joey just wants to fight? Joey seems like he's a little pissed off to me. We'll see today. He's a nice guy, but he seems like he's pissed off for respect. When I've spoken to him, even when he talked and did that interview where he challenged everybody, to me, that's a man that is on a mission to have respect for himself, more respect as a fighter. He's looking great and demanding respect for the BKFC, and I dig that. I love that he did that.
Well, man. I love it. This sport is no joke, man. I mean, no sport is, any combat sport. You're brave.
So no sports. Like cricket's kind of a joke, or badminton.
You get into any combat sport, you're putting your life in the line. Now you get into bare knuckle. I mean, you're stepping to a whole other world.
You're putting it all in one.
Any fighter will tell you that. Anyone that's fought in mixed martial arts and kickboxing and boxing, when they come into they're kind of a shell shock.
They get a welcoming present.
I did not expect this. And some people take to it like a duck to water. Other people, it's a longer runway, longer transition. So
it's interesting to see. It's interesting to see. Actually, you talk about Paige Van Zandt. She came in. I think that Paige may have, I don't want to say had arrogance, but I think Paige thought she was going to come in and it was going to be not an easy win. It's never an easy win, but I think she thought that it would be more simplistic than it was.
Well, you don't even have to say that. When Britton Hart called her out, she said this was an easy fight.
Yeah.
Maybe she did. Maybe she took it too lightly. Maybe she, watched some tape on her. Like, this girl's not going to stand a chance. And, rounds 4 and 5, though, I have to give it to Paige. If there was a 6.
The light switch. Light switch went off. It clicked.
Yep.
It clicked. If there was 6, it might have been Paige's fight. But it wasn't. On that night, it was Britton Hart's fight. But speaking of Paige, coming up later in the show, we're going to announce Paige's next opponent officially and the date of her next fight. So we're looking forward to that, to see what Paige, how she's improved as a bare knuckle fighter. Excuse me. Tiger Life burp. There we go. It happens.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear that, and the venue's great. The location is amazing. Yeah, so
we're gonna get to more. I'm excited to announce that. Yeah. That's coming up in a couple minutes. We'll talk more about that. Another thing we have to talk about that I've been seeing a lot of. I know that you are a fan of this going on too, but it's getting crazy as always when Tyler Goodjohn's involved. Tyler Goodjohn, Luis Palomino, our champ Luis Palomino, both fighters undefeated in bare knuckle, and they're going to crash. They're going to clash. They're going to go at it June 26th in Miami. We're very excited for that fight. Now, you've seen Tyler just talk trash. You've seen Tyler invade the ring, the squared circle, after Luis had his big fight against Jim Ellers. It's been crazy, and that continues over to social media. They've been going at it. Now, what I saw is Tyler Goodjohn fires back at Palomino on social media. That's what's in the notes here.
Palomino hopped in. He's. I think we might even have video on this. Him calling Palomino back out. I think the biggest surprise that no one was expecting from Tyler Goodjohn is he has now gone silent.
He's
done. He's like, I'm done with social media.
Why?
I honestly think he's putting everything. He's putting everything into this fight. He is not taking Lewis lightly. He's not going back and forth anymore with the banter. That's just, that's my guesstimate.
He has to win this fight. If he doesn't win this fight, it's going to make him look bad. I don't know if he's going to be back here if he doesn't win this fight. He knows that, and I agree. But I also think it's interesting that apparently he got his account. So first, let's start from when he answered Luis back. He said something. We had Luis on last week. Okay, Luis basically said, "I'm going to break." He looked at the camera. He said, this is Luis. I'm going to break your jaw. Use more expletives than that.
Sure.
But I'm going to break your jaw, basically to shut your mouth. You need to be taught a lesson, and I'm aiming to break your jaw. And I spoke to him after that. He said, I want to break something. But orbital bone, take your choice. Graham, and says something to the effect of, I'm going to do this. I'll take you in these deep, murky waters, all this stuff. But when he was doing it, he was it looked like he was smoking some kind of cigar. I'm not kind of sure what kind of cigar it was. And then on top of that, as he's saying he's doing this stuff, he's going to then, seemed like he was a little out of breath while he was talking.
Really?
Yeah, and people were jumping all over that. This is what people were saying.
Okay. I missed that. I'm going to have to go back.
Go read the comments. Yeah. I love reading people's comments and what people are saying about the fights.
Detectives, man.
They are.
Like they catch the smallest things. And then when you rewatch it, you're like, wow, okay.
And the fight is so polarizing because like you have all these people, Luis is going to kill him. Then you have people that have seen Tyler fight. I saw Josh Burns, who fought with Tyler in the UK, saying Tyler's no joke. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. But Tyler, after he did that little video where he was smoking and talking about how he's going to beat him, he decided to, like you said, deactivate his Instagram. Now, he'd already been kicked off his main account. He was trying to start a new account, it looked like, and then he's gone. He does some T-shirt thing he owns or something now. You follow him on there. He'll release stuff on there. Maybe it's a business move. I don't know. Maybe that's what he's doing.
Sure.
Other people saying he's afraid. Other people saying he can't deal with the negativity. I'm interested to see this fight. I know Luis. I talked to him yesterday. I think he's ready. He would go tomorrow. He'd go
like
now.
A psychological. It's already
mind games.
The psychological warfare is now going back and forth. Rumor has it that Tyler has about 30 to 35 people that are going to be deep into the crowd. So
really, he's bringing his hooligans with him.
I've heard there's going to be some countrymen in the stands with him. Yeah,
well, it's going to get rowdy. I mean, it's going to get rowdy. Somebody's having fun. I don't know who's texting, but somebody's texting back and forth. I'd love to read the conversation. I just keep hearing that in my ear. That's probably getting Joey ready. Joey Beltran. I'm sure they're texting with him, the champ, who's coming on around 12:30, setting that interview up. We're looking forward to that. But right now we're talking about Luis Palomino and we're talking about Tyler Goodjohn. And I think the mind games behind it, the mind games are more on Tyler's side. That's really Tyler though. He's saying what he feels. It seems. Luis is just like, I'm going to beat the living shit out of you now. There's no mind game.
All right,
you're getting hurt.
Let's end it on this simple question, chat. Luis Palomino. You like Luis? Type a 1 in the chat. You like Goodjohn? Let's see those 2s. See what the chat has to say, man. And if you're just watching this, you're watching the replay later on, same thing. Leave us some love in the comments below. Who do you like, Tyler Goodjohn, or do you like Luis Palomino, man?
Or do you like Rob? That's 3.
Yeah, there's no chance.
I'm putting a 3 on right now. I'm jumping in the chat.
I think 3 Robs wouldn't win against.
So let's move on. Speaking of how you suck at that, let's move on to women now. BKFC women's division. We talked about this earlier. It is absolutely NBA Jam style. Do it. Do the NBA Jam.
He's on fire.
It'd be she.
I know.
It's on fire.
But that's how it is in NBA Jam. But this division is ridiculously hot right now. The signings, the athletes, we're looking at the thumbnail and people are like, oh, watch this clickbait. Not clickbait. 2 of the fighters in the picture-in-picture, Paige Van Zandt, Brenton Hart, main event of Knucklemania. Taylor Starling was the fight of the night winner.
That was incredible. She's coming up later on the show.
She stole the show, in my opinion. She stole the show, and she's going to be on live today. I want to talk to her about that.
Yeah, what a way to open Knucklemania, man.
I know, man.
She's got so much to talk about. The new female signings, where she's headed in the sport. We're actually going to have her on right after we do the Paige Van Zandt fight announcement for the date and who she's fighting next. So maybe we'll get her thoughts on that as well. My thought is that Paige, with the monitors around, may have seen what was going on in the ring between Segala and Starling and been, oh my gosh, what did I sign up for here? What a way to start Knucklemania off.
If you're watching this,
Desert Island, I wouldn't want to be involved in that. That was a war, but I can't wait to hear more about that.
To her about that, and the division is heating up.
Let's talk about who we signed.
Yeah, official signing. I believe her
Jade
name.
Wong.
Jade Wong, correct.
Let's talk about Jade Wong. Jade Wong, from what the main matchmaker, BKFC, Nate Shook was telling me, he's very excited about this signing. We're both very excited. I can't wait to see more of her. Jade Wong, I mean, look at her. You can watch her work here. You can see she can move, and she's ready to go, and we're very excited to have her. Jade Wong has signed with the BKFC, and we're going to see what she can do. She won't be doing that kicking, though, I'll tell you that. She has to stop doing that.
Another great signing we just posted the other day, Crystal Pittman.
She's great for so many reasons, too.
Yeah, we actually got a chance. We had a chance to interview her, get some, slice of life, get some background story, and just watching her shadow box, and you can watch, dude.
Look at her.
This girl is no joke, man. I'm telling you,
she's flying.
This is my sleeper right here.
I agree.
She is going to rock the division, man.
Rob, sometimes when you, as we watch her do this, sometimes when you can kind of see it in a fighter's eyes sometimes. And sometimes I'm wrong. You can kind of just feel it.
Yep.
I felt it with her. She's got an amazing look. She looks like she can fight. I mean, we have to wait and see. But she seems like she has heart. She seems like she wants to be here. She's very excited. And I'd like to kind of cut deeper into her because as we spoke to her, we found very surface things out of her, very, very like new things. There's a lot deeper, I think, with her to find out why she's fighting, why she's doing where she came from. I'd love to have her on, and she was a pleasure to deal with. Yeah,
she's a great person. We're gonna get her. We're gonna get her on so everyone can hear her story.
Producers, are you listening? Right,
Yeah.
Rob's making his demands here. We're gonna have here. So we will get her on.
My requests, please, to get this. It's not for me; it's for the fans.
That's right.
I would love for them. I'm serious. I would love
No,
the fans to know more about some of our fighters, know where they come from, what is their backstory.
She has an interesting look. Remember that she said that she has one of her sides of her head shaved, just one, and she said it was like almost like that's her superhero.
I like it. I like it. I like it. I think we have another signing.
No, we got Crystal Pittman and Jade Wong. That's it. That's all we have now. But I know we're going to announce more when it comes up soon.
Okay.
Do you have something in your format that I don't have? They keep telling Rob stuff.
I've got secret stuff.
Oh,
now.
you only got 2 like me. What are you talking about?
I'm going to keep mine.
You got? Oh, you have one you know about.
Yep.
How do you find out stuff? And I come in here and I just kind of
a little bird whispers in my ear.
I feel like you put your ear up to a wall with a glass to Dave Senior's office so you can listen. That's what I do.
I sure do.
I've seen you. You can come get caught with his Tiger Life can up to the wall. All right, look, we got Joey Beltran coming on. Let's run through what we have in the rest of the show if you're just tuning in.
Cool.
And by the way, you're watching this live. If you're watching it recorded, we appreciate you. And that's a lot of fun as well. But
and we're in the transition. Sorry to cut you off.
No, I didn't
we're
know
in the
this. What?
transition of a brand new channel, the Bare Knuckle Show on YouTube.
I thought you were going in a whole other direction. You're saying you're in the transition. I thought you were saying we are transitioning.
We are transitioning to a new channel. And now I'm going to stay where I'm at in my life. Thank you very much, sir.
But we're going to transition. Where is this going? Oh my God, I'm sweating right now. We're going to transition to a new channel. You're saying? Is that what you're? Because I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to steer this. No, I got really nervous. I'm
pulling this rowboat back to shore, man. I'm pulling this rowboat back to shore.
Yeah, right. That's what it is.
We're moving to a brand new YouTube channel. We're going to have a couple more episodes here. We're going to adding an additional day to our format as well. So because we're moving to a new show, we're going to have more content on that brand new channel. The main channel, our main BKFC channel. Stay subscribed.
So Bare Knuckle FC is staying exactly what it is. We're just going to move the show.
We're adding more fights to that. We're adding more behind-the-scene content, more stories. We're adding a second YouTube channel for this show exclusively, and we're adding an additional day very soon, coming in June.
Oh, we are. Yes, Surprise to me. All right, we'll work that out,
I
man.
know, man. I got lots of surprises. It's gonna be exciting. So make sure fans subscribe to that channel. Stay subscribed to this channel. And
riveting Rob today with all these scoops he's dropping on us. So I'm looking forward to doing more shows hanging with you. We have a good time, man. And it's gonna be a lot of fun. I would guess on the way with more because it's not officially.
We'll see what the fans have to say, man. We'll let them steer this boat. All
right,
we'll let them steer.
Somebody has to. I'm going to steer the boat right now. I'm going to say, woo, woo. I'm going to steer it right into a commercial. We'll be back with the champ.
It's time to be heard. Just remember, we may not be able to rewrite our story, but we sure as hell can change the ending. Tiger Life. Energy never tasted so good. Tiger Life is not about race or religion, black or white, young or old, male or female. It's not about where you live or where you're from. It's about finding your why in life. Tiger Life is a way of life. It's a purpose, a light, the future. We all have a story to tell, so let's tell it. It's time to be heard. Just remember, we may not be able to rewrite our story, but we sure as hell can change the ending. Tiger Life. Energy never tasted so good.
I have no idea what Rob just said. Rob, we're back. Rob, we're talking about something. Rob just goes, I have no idea what I'm doing. That's the theme of the show. I mean, in my life, I have no idea.
I meant Memorial Day weekend. I don't have my plans solidified yet.
You're not going up for the Hall of Fame?
I am not.
You can't make it. I'm upset that I can't be there as well. Bare Knuckle Hall of Fame inductees. We have Phil, who does the amazing shots. We talked about this earlier. Congrats, Phil. We have David Feldman Jr. getting inducted in. Very excited about that. The Lord of himself, Evan Zentar, director of content. He's getting inducted. He's excited. I can't wait to hear his riveting. I used that word twice today. Riveting speech.
Yeah.
And then
me too.
Also, we have Nate Shook, BKFC matchmaker, going. So it's going to be a cool weekend.
Exciting. Plus, we have the matchups. We have the fighter tryouts.
The tryouts. And a lot of people are coming to the tryouts up there. And that's going to be cool because we've been filming the tryouts, I should say Evan has, and then we put them on the BKFC app so you can see the tryouts in each place we go and kind of get intro to some of these fighters. Maybe see who you think should be signed. That's available at BKFC.com. We're excited about that. But something else we're excited about, And I mean, very excited because he is the BKFC heavyweight champion of the world.
The one, the only.
Well, before we get to him, though, I don't know if we have it available, if the producers can pull it up. We have a clip of him making an open challenge to people. Can we pull that up and look at that real quick before we get to the champion?
I mean, honestly, man, being the bare knuckle fighting championship heavyweight champ of the world is basically means, for lack of better terms, man, I'm the toughest son of a bitch on the planet. You know, that's an open invitation to anybody in any discipline, whether it be boxing, Muay Thai, MMA. You want to come into my house, into my squared circle and toe the line with my rule set, you know, I'll take that fight 8 days a week.
Wow, and there it is, and we're gonna talk about that. Not right away, but we're gonna talk about that with Joey. I want to find out more about what went into that, why that happened. But we have a lot to talk about. Live on the phone, the heavyweight champion in BKFC of the world, Joey Beltran. Thanks for coming on, the Executioner. How are you doing?
How are you guys doing?
Good.
I'm doing well. I'm doing well myself. Life is good.
I'm glad life's good. Now you're in Miami training.
I am. I'm en route to the Hall of Fame. So I'm right around Philadelphia somewhere. Not really sure.
Well, if I would have known, not really. If I would have known that, you could have stopped in and saw us. I could have looked at that big Hall of Fame ring. You're a Hall of Famer yourself.
In our backyard, man. That's good to hear.
I know. It's just the timing didn't work out because I have to be up in Buffalo to pick up my mom and my sister that are flying in from San Diego. Or else I definitely would have stopped in the studio, but.
Joey, let me ask you, since you brought that up, your mom and sister, I wasn't going to go here, but I'm always curious to find this out about fighters as you head into the Sam Shoemaker event on June 26th, as you make these open challenges online. Your mom and sister, are they fight fans of yours, and how do they feel about you fighting?
Yeah, they're very much fight fans. You know, like they're experts, of course. You know,
everyone is, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they all got their opinions. It's really cute. Like my mom will call me like. I'll always speak to my mom like either the morning of or the night before, and she'll always be like, "All right, mijo, like make sure to keep your hands up high, and remember to work the body. Body shots hurt." I'm like, "Okay, mom, will do."
That's awesome.
That's so great, man. That they're so supportive. It's cool. They're going to be at the Hall of Fame too. Let's talk about. I mean, people are going to see if they see you at the Hall of Fame. They're definitely going to see June 26th. When I was in Miami, and I know Evan was just there the other day with DC, one of our other guys, and what I noticed, and Evan could speak on this if you'd like to, I noticed how much weight you've dropped. You look fantastic. Evan, you noticed that too, right? Are you there? Oh, Evan took a walk. Evan had to go to the bathroom. I didn't know he wasn't there. Well, I noticed that you dropped how much weight you dropped, a substantial amount. What's your weight right now, Joey?
240.
240. You just look great. Is the Miami heat contributing to that?
Absolutely. I mean, honestly, for me, I run hot. So, I mean, I step out of my house and I'm essentially in the sauna all day. And, you know, so I'll sweat through like 6 shirts a day and just, you know, the workouts and everything that are happening there. Working out about 3 or 4 times a day. So definitely dropping a lot of weight. I have to make sure to stay up on my electrolytes and my potassium intake, because at first I was like, man, I was dying. And then a local there like explained it to me, like, yeah, you got to make sure that you're putting all this stuff back into your body. You know, that this Miami heat hits different.
Do you feel? I'm sorry, Joey. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no. So yeah, that's about it. That and then just clean eating. You know. There's not a lot of fast food in Miami, which is probably a good thing for me. But that's definitely like, I mean, you see my fights before. I always have like great cardio. I may just not look the best because I was always eating burritos and stuff for morning breakfast burritos and, you know, burrito nightcaps. You know, but that's not the case in Miami. It's really not a lot of fast food, so that's good.
Well, again, on the phone with us, as you can see, BKFC heavyweight champion Joey Beltran, the Executioner, who's heading into June 26th to fight Sam Shoemaker. And we're going to talk about that in a couple minutes. But I also noticed when you were training, not only do you look great, you look probably the best I've seen you weight-wise, but I noticed that at your gym, you have what you like to call La Familia there training with you. Can you speak on La Familia, who this is, how you guys kind of feed off each other? It seems like this is kind of a different type of camp for you than normal.
So the original, La Familia concept came from me and my coaches in California. Predominantly me and Adam Castro. Me and Adam Castro have been friends since second grade, is when I first met him in elementary. I mean, I was literally like his best man, the best man at his wedding. And he's just been my best friend for years and years. Mm-hmm. And we always had that as like our little pipe dream. Like we're gonna open Carlsbad Family Fitness and Boxing. We would have the name already picked out. Family Fitness and Boxing, and we make T-shirts. #La Familia. It's been like a little inside hashtag between him and I for years. And then like when I was getting David ready, like I was talking with him,
Perro.
and we were just talking about like David Diaz ready for his fight in March, where he made his successful debut. I was talking with Adam on the phone, talking and getting insight. What the totally different thing to be somebody's coach as being a fighter. As being a fighter, you just like, for me personally, just like you just get in the zone and just kill. But being a coach, it's like a whole different ball of wax, man. It's a whole different set of like nerves and anxiety that comes into it, because it's like your boy, like your friend, you're the person you care deeply about is going in there to fight. So it was he's like, yeah, man, but this is the start of La Familia. I was like, oh shoot, it is. And then I just ran from there. So basically, we got myself, we got David Diaz, we got Britton Hart training with us over there now. We got David's brother Miguel, who was also at the same tryout that David was at. Yep. He should be making his debut pretty soon. We'll have a whole team at Boxar Studios in Miami. Mateo running the ship. My coach Jason Ingwaldson. I mean,
there's a lot of you guys, and you seem very.
And we're all getting ready for bare knuckle, which is a unique
exactly
setup we have over there.
And that's the thing. You don't see tons of bare knuckle like groups like that. So it's cool to see you guys. And what I noticed when I was watching you train, you guys kind of all feed off each other. And I was watching you train with Britton Hart, who, it's no secret. I mean, I can bring it up. You guys are in a relationship now. It's all over social media. And it seems like you guys enjoy training together in some of these videos. Does that help you training with them? I mean, people are saying, again, on social media that, it's like the Rocky thing, women weaken legs, that might make you softer. To me, I'm seeing a more in shape Joey and stuff like that. Does having a girlfriend like Britton Hart in the fighting game help you, or is it? What's it do for you? Does it hurt you? I don't know what to say. I just know what people are saying.
No, man. If anything, it's like it's for lack of better terms, there's no way I can let my girlfriend outwork me. But then my girlfriend, but then on the other side, like Britton Hart is not. Like if anyone's ever trained her, she hasn't gotten to this level by not training ridiculously hard, and we constantly push each other. And it's funny, like after practices, we told each other, I was like, yeah, man, I was really feeling it. But then I looked over and saw you go, and so I was like, I can't. Let's go. And she told me the same thing. She's like, when you stayed and did extra rounds, well, then I felt, well, I have to. If Joey's staying, I'm going to do extra rounds. So it's pretty crazy. Like we're competitively pushing each other in the gym, and also making sure that we stay on top of the recovery part, which is huge. So, shout out to the cryo room over in Miami. They sponsored the whole team, so now we get free cryotherapy, free infrared.
Look at this guy. He's not even. It's not even. Joey, it's not even a post fight, and you're already doing sponsor shout outs. I love you. Look at you go.
Oh my god!
It seems to me that you and Britton, you feed off each other. You guys all do, so that's fun to watch. Now, the thing that I'm looking at, as you do feed off each other and train for your big fight, June 26th against Sam Shoemaker for the BKFC heavyweight title of the world. It's high stakes. I got to wonder. I would say that Sam Shoemaker is not only the hardest hitting guy in BKFC, but definitely the hardest hitting guy you've ever faced. Does that concern you at all? I mean, the guy broke the punch meter at the tryouts.
Well, to be fair, I mean, they didn't really take the punch meter to every UFC fight that I've fought at.
I should say BKFC.
I don't live in the past, but I would definitely like to say that I would think that Matt Mitrione probably hits harder than him, or greatest of all time, Stipe Miocic probably hits harder than him. But whatever. At the end of the day, Sam Shoemaker hits hard. And no, I'm absolutely not concerned, because he's not going to be the first guy that had knockout power that I've fought. And honestly, man, since I've been fighting, it's the general rule. I walk into a room, at weigh-ins, you find the biggest, scariest, ugliest guy. That's who I'm fighting. So, you know,
I love it.
I'm not worried at all.
You have a
Now
pretty.
that does not mean wait, I'm sorry to cut you off. That does not mean that I do not take light his power, and I'm not prepared accordingly to deal with somebody who has knockout power, because I absolutely have, and I definitely do feel that I have the recipe, you know, to deal with that.
Can't wait to see what you cook up. We're very excited with that recipe. I know I'm monopolizing this. Rob has a bunch of questions too. I got a couple more, but Rob,
man.
please throw some stuff out there. This is awesome.
Just hearing about it, Joey. Thank you so much again for joining us. You and Sam, you and Sam Shoemaker, you guys have a date with destiny. You guys were both at BKFC one. Both won your inaugural events. Now you guys are fighting. You know, he's fighting for the championship. You're defending your belt. Is this your biggest competition to date? And, you know, Brian already touched on, you know, the power that Sam possesses. You've been in some wars in BKFC. Do you think Sam has, you know, the experience that you do?
You know, I just feel that I don't know. He hasn't had to be in the type of dogfight that I generally drag people into. I'm not saying that he can't, but I will say he hasn't shown that he can. So we're going to find out come June 26th, because I'm going to I'm going to hold him by his pudgy little hand, and I'm going to say, walk with me, Sam, we're going to hell. And we'll see how he likes it.
Well, yeah, I know the fans are going to like it, Joey. The fans are going to be very excited because you guys are going to throw, like you said, you don't back up. You walk through. You'll take it to give it. And to take a Sam Shoemaker shot, I wouldn't want to do it, but I know that you can. So it's going to be a huge fight for us on a huge card, June 26th, BKFC.com. Grab the app. You don't want to miss this. I also want to talk about how you've said numerous times you're going to retire as the BKFC world champion. Is that still the goal?
Absolutely.
So,
I'm not retiring anytime soon. I have 5 defenses to get through, and then I'll wrap it up. So,
all right. Well, we're looking forward to see where your career goes. Before we let you go, there's one more thing we need to touch on. I'm going to tell you my thoughts, and then I'd love your thoughts on this. You recently put out a challenge to anybody in any discipline, any kind of fighting game, and you said, I am the toughest SOB walking the planet because I am the BKFC world champion, which I happen to agree with you. Anybody who holds that title has to be the toughest SOB walking the planet. You seem to me like you're a little pissed off in a way that BKFC, you want that to be very respected. You want to get the respect you deserve. What was the reason you put that challenge out? Because some people are wondering that, you know, maybe you're looking past Sam Shoemaker. That can't be true.
No, I'm definitely not looking past Sam Shoemaker, but more and more as we see people start to throw their hat into the bare knuckle world, you know, a fighter that comes to mind, very respected, very cool man, you know, Joey Beltran.
Yep. Just
you know,
signed.
he's one of the latest guys. Before that, we had Frank Mir. Before that, we had Shannon Briggs, and we have all these people that have signed but have failed to toe the line. You know, and I think that we've seen time and time again, you know, it's one thing to enjoy watching bare knuckle fighting. It's another thing to be a successful MMA fighter or a successful pro boxer. But it's a whole nother thing once you get in there and you get cracked in the face, and you feel the blood coming down, and you hit somebody on the top of the head, and you realize you can't feel your hand, and you have to keep fighting. Like, yeah, we're gonna find out what you're really all about.
So you and Steve Cunningham went back. You and Steve Cunningham, you guys were trading shots online. Have you guys agreed to it? Is he accepting a BKFC fight?
I mean, ultimately, that's what he says he is. But I mean, like I said, it's all good conversation until you actually have to do it.
Sure.
I mean, I you know, man, are you allowed to cuss on this?
You can do whatever you want,
your
Joe.
world,
You're the
brother.
champion.
It's your world.
So I like to live by the theory. Don't worry about shit until shit happens. You know, don't worry about shit until shit happens. So I can sit here and talk about people and until I'm blue in the face. That's why I said open invitation. Like, if you really are about that life, come through. You know, David Feldman is not a hard man to find, and David Feldman loves to put on big fights. So if you're a big-time fighter, if you're a freaking K1 world kickboxing champion or a Muay Thai champion or a fucking pro boxer, I don't care. Don't talk about it. Be about it. Come on over. Come on down.
Yeah,
You know?
definitely.
Like I said, David Feldman is not a hard man to find, and he loves putting on big money fights.
Yeah, he sure does. David Feldman, not hard to find. Joey Beltran, not hard to find. He's the champion. He's accepting all comers from any discipline. We're excited to see what happens. First, you have Sam Shoemaker in front of you. You get past him,
Yes, sir.
and then we see where we go from there. June 26th, BKFC.com on the BKFC app. It's going to be a huge show. World champion Joey Beltran on the show. Make sure you tune in for that. Joey, enjoy the Hall of Fame, man. Wear that big ring that's like bigger than your hand, if that's possible, and enjoy your weekend at the Hall of Fame, man.
Thanks, Joey.
Thank you guys for having me on. You guys both have a great day.
Thanks, champ. You too. Joey Beltran,
Bye-bye.
there he is, man. There he goes.
It's official. He said it that they agreed to it. I'm gonna
they'll
be
fight.
the instigator to what's already agreed upon, man. I want to see that fight. I want to see Steve Cunningham versus Joey Beltran.
I know as soon as I get off here, I'm going to call David Feldman and get this fight.
Yeah, for sure, man. But contingent upon him beating Sam Shoemaker.
Yeah, that's gotta happen
and
first.
That is a big hurdle. That's something I'm not going to overlook because Sam is deadly. And speaking of
No, he
cardio, I've been watching his videos. He's running up and down the steps. He looks in the best shape of his life. So you
Sam
have
as well.
a great Joey Beltran in the best shape ever. Sam Shoemaker in the best shape of his life. They both fought on BKFC 1. They're now fighting for the championship. Again, it's something
cool to see how this all
man.
grows,
Yeah,
man.
Exactly.
So if
dude.
you've been with us
I
since
love
day
it.
one,
Love
you
it.
see how it grows. If not, check the app, bkfc.com, and get up to date. Coming up, let's see where we're at in the format. We're going to hit this quick commercial, then we'll come back. We have the knockouts of the week. We have the Paige Van
Those
Zandt.
knockouts are crazy.
Yeah, they're
man.
great. One of them's a Memorial Day knockout. We'll call it the Memorial Day weekend knockout.
Yeah.
And then we have Paige Van Zandt. We'll talk about who she's going to fight and officially announce the date.
Location
and
and the date. Yep.
not only that, Taylor Starling coming on from Knucklemania, the first
We got
one
her
we've done.
live. That's right.
Right after
man.
Paige. So that's
Oh,
all
yeah,
coming
that's
up within the
awesome.
next 15, 20 minutes. Stay close as we hear this.
Welcome to the world of Bare Knuckle TV. Watch every live Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship pay-per-view event for only $3.99 per month. Enjoy our all-new library of content, including unlimited access to the full archive of BKFC pay-per-views, behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live Bare Knuckle fights from around the globe. You can access it anywhere you want, anytime you want, instantly on most streaming devices. It's available right now on the Bare Knuckle TV app. Over 1,000 hours of on-demand content, uncut and uncensored. All here, anytime you want, anywhere you want, for only $3.99 a month. Subscribe now exclusively at BKTVApp.com.
These countdowns.
It's
I love these
crazy.
countdowns. Bring it back in 3, 2. Wait a minute.
And we're
3,
live,
2,
baby.
and we're
Yeah.
live now. F it, we'll do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Who does that? Who did
We're
that?
live, and who are we live with, Brian?
We are. Answer me. Who did that? I'll do it live. F it. I'll write it. We'll do it live.
Fuck it, I'll do it live.
You see, you
Goddamn
use
thing
the
sucks.
bad language.
Here, how about you talk to her?
The bad language. On the phone with us. Thank you for being here with us. She had an amazing fight at Knucklemania. What
Fight
a way
of
to
the
open
night.
the show. Yeah, man. What a way to open the show. Thank you for that fight. How you doing? Taylor Starling
There
with
she
us.
is, the one and only.
I am fantastic. I just got done saying I look a lot better than when you guys saw me last time.
You look like a different person now. It's
I know.
insane. It's so great to have you on here. There's so much we want to get to with you. We have a couple minutes with you. We know that. Number one, Taylor, I mean, like I said, I thank you, as the fans would, I'm sure, for the Knucklemania. What a way to kick off the main show. And I was saying this to Rob. I've said this. I actually think I said it to Paige Van Zandt when I was doing a Sirius XM show with her. Was she sitting there and watching on the monitors your fight? Because if she watched your fight, I don't know why she'd want to go out there and fight. You know what I mean? Like, did she talk to you? Did you speak with Paige about the fight at all, or were you able to see her? Any?
I felt really bad after, like, when I was just kind of hanging out in the back and I seen her crying in the back after losing, because losing sucks.
Yeah.
And I saw her crying. I've lost, and I know that feeling. So my heart was with her because she had really big expectations for that fight. So I wanted to say sorry. Like, I just wanted to be like, hey, like, sorry, like, for how that went. Like, that doesn't sound good, but I'm like, sorry for how that went. And like, she's someone I've watched growing in my career.
Yeah.
And been like, I want to be like her and I want to fight her one day and things like that. So I wanted to really take a second and just be like, man, I just did that and that shit was rough, and let her know, like, I know how you feel, and like just say like, I hope you're okay. So I got to say that and talk to her husband a little bit, but it was very, very short and sweet.
What was her reaction when you said that?
She was just very like, thank you. Like, it was very short and sweet.
Yeah, it's after a loss.
I mean, after someone loses, like, you know, they probably don't really want another female fighter like in their face.
Nah,
like,
but I see what
sorry
you're
you
trying to
lost.
do. Yeah, I see what you're trying to do, though. It makes sense. It was very nice of you to do that. So let's talk more about Knucklemania. I mean, what an amazing fight. And I know that we spoke before, and you made mention, which I thought was very interesting. I know you've been waiting to come on here and talk about all this stuff. When you were walking to the squared circle at Knucklemania, your debut.
Walking?
Yeah, dancing, I should say. You mentioned that there were nerves. Can you speak on the nerves? What were you feeling?
Oh man, well, I was on a 2-fight loss streak, so I'm like, here I am at one of the biggest events in the world right now, of the year, of the century, whatever, and I'm about to go out here and bare knuckle box in front of all these people, and I'm not losing, like, I'm not losing, and it was just like, all of that was it. It was a surreal moment to be backstage and see the crowd in front of you.
Of course.
And I was like really nervous. I get nervous for a fight, but that was different. And I was just standing there kind of like silent and like looking at everybody. And my coach is like, you good? And I was like, I'm fine. But the second I walked up those stairs and walked out, you would have never known.
No, you look like you're having the time of your life. You walk out there. And another thing I thought was interesting was the number of punches thrown by both you and your opponent in that fight, by Segala as well. It was insane. People were talking about it. It went viral, essentially. So when we're looking at that number of punches thrown, I was speaking to you after the fight, just talking. I don't know if you remember this conversation, and you made a comment to me. Do you remember what the comment was that you made? You may not remember it, about the number of punches you threw, how you felt about that.
I felt like I did terrible.
No way. It was awesome.
I think I told everyone, I was like, was it really that good? Like, was the fight, like, I just, like, being in there is different. Like, you're not thinking about everything around you. You can't see yourself fighting. And that was my first bare knuckle fight. So I'm like eating punches, I'm throwing punches. And
I don't know how you would have done more, either one of you two. What a great fight. I know Rob has some stuff he wants to get to too, and I have a lot more questions for you. So Rob, what do you have? I know you have some good stuff.
Yeah, so everybody wants to know, it's your first fight, it's your first bare knuckle fight. The nerves, you know, you're very nervous, you're dancing, you look very confident. What is it like getting in there versus MMA, versus kickboxing, versus boxing? The difference between BKFC, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, and every other sport?
That's the one thing I can't say enough of after being in there, is it is its own league. Just like Joey was saying on the phone a second ago, because I was watching, it's everybody thinks that they can, but when you go in there, it's a whole another ballgame. It's its own thing. It's you can fight MMA, you can fight kickboxing, you can fight boxing, you can fight kung fu, but you go in there and you fight bare knuckle, it's a whole nother ball game. There's nothing like getting punched or punching, and just the whole energy of it is another level. It's another level, and it's exciting because it's fun to see all the new fighters signing, like men and women both, and think like, oh, I'm just gonna go in here and bare knuckle box. It's different when you're in there.
So with the new fighters being signed, and there's some great new fighters being signed, you obviously keep an eye on that. And basically what you're saying is when they walk in there, they're going to be introduced as you were introduced. So you kind of have a little leg up on them if you're to fight one of the new fighters. Any of the new signings you're looking at that a potential fight that you would enjoy fighting? I know today, if you missed it, we announced a couple new signings. We announced Crystal Pittman and Jade Wong.
Yeah, Crystal Pittman looks like a beast. I enjoy the energy that she brings. I can see what you say and like see what you see in Crystal Pittman with like her excitement and stuff like that. I really didn't know about Jade Wong or hear about that one.
Yeah, well, Jade Wong,
but,
I mean, you saw it, yeah.
But she looks tough. I have my eye on somebody that hasn't been announced yet, that I'm hopefully going to get to like have some news soon.
Ooh, okay.
But Rachel Ostovich, I want to fight her or Paige. Like I want to fight her or Paige. Like I'm like, why not? I want to go.
Well, let's hold on. Let me stop you right there. Rachel Ostovich, Paige. I'm sure there's been rumblings that I've seen around the internet, fans talking how they want to see you step up after that Knucklemania performance. But let's talk about someone that someone you're not mentioning that you could step up against, depending on what happens in upcoming fights. And all. I know you're very good friends. I saw at the post-fight presser. She was there. Britton Hart. You guys are tight. You guys are buddies. Would you want to fight Britain Hart? I mean, she does have the win over Paige right now, and that would be somebody that I'm sure you would like to fight. How do you feel about that?
It's just one of those things. Like, I love Britain Hart. Like, I don't, like, me personally, I don't want to fight her as a friend, but as business, like, if we're told, like, hey, this is the fight we want and this is the fight we're pushing, then it has to happen, and you got to put that aside for a fight. Like, and then at the end of the day, the fight can be over and we can be friends again, or like, it doesn't change how I feel about Britain Hart outside of anything like that. It's more of a, like, I'm not like, oh, I just want to fight Britain Hart. Like, I want to fight her if that's what my task at hand is to fight Britain Hart. But I don't have any animosity towards her. I love her to death. I think she's great. She's phenomenal. She's training like a monster down in Miami. So that's super cool. And it's just one of those things where, you know, like, hey, eventually we're going to have to cross paths, but
so you're kind of like a machine. They point you in the direction and you just try to destroy, you're kind of saying.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is.
I just like to do, I don't want to say I like to do what I'm told, because that's a complete lie.
No, I know what you're saying.
Be,
that's why we like you. Don't do what you're told.
I want to make the bosses happy. So whatever boss man says, boss man gets.
All right.
I'm going to kick it back to you. You mentioned Paige Van Zandt. You've seen her in her bare knuckle debut. Rachel Ostovich, she signed. She hasn't fought yet. If you had your choice, is it Paige or is it Rachel? Who would you like to see in the ring next? Because you mentioned both.
Well, if I had to predict the future, I would say that they're probably going to fight each other. Like, if I had to take a wild guess, just because of like the UFC, their UFC fight. But I think Paige, because she's been talking a lot about fighting. I don't know. I think that's probably the match to make, though, with Rachel coming in and their history.
Well, it's funny you say that. It's funny you say that because we have an announcement coming up. We were going to do it in a couple minutes. Paige Van Zandt's date when she's fighting next and next opponent. But I just think we blow it out now.
Let it go.
You cool with that, Starling? We just blow it out now?
And that was it.
There it is. She made perfect transition.
I had a feeling it was going to happen.
Well, I didn't say it yet. I said we're going to talk about it. We didn't say. Now, if that wasn't the fight, we'd be in trouble. But no, yeah. We're doing Rachel Ostovich versus Paige Van Zandt. And the date is going to be July 23rd. Rachel Ostovich versus Paige Van Zandt. I've been looking forward to this fight since we signed Rachel.
Florida.
Yeah, and obviously, so has everybody's been looking forward to it. We all have. So has the crowd. So has the audience, and you have too, Starling. So I'm looking forward to see who wins that because that's a potential fight.
I want to get back to the question. So this fight is announced.
He's reeling it back in.
No, this fight has been announced, but it's up to you, right? So who would you like to fight of those two fighters? Who do you think would give you the most challenge, or or are you more eager to, knuckle up to the line against?
Paige Van Zandt would be the tougher fight. She would be the tougher fight. I want whoever wins.
Okay.
And if I happen to so much as have a fight in the near future after I win that fight, I wanna take on one of them. It's not really one versus the other, but I do believe that Paige would be tougher.
So you believe Paige is going to be the tougher fight, but of that fight, you say she's tougher, but I'm sorry if Rob asked this and I'm re-asking, my brain doesn't have enough Tiger Life in it yet. Who would you pick of that one? I mean, this is a major announcement I feel like we kind of glossed over it, so let's go back to it again. This is big. July 23rd. People have been wondering when Paige's next fight is, and I'm glad that you can be on with us to announce this fight because, again, you could be a potential Paige opponent. So July 23rd, Paige Van Zandt versus Rachel Ostovich. Anybody that's reporting this, you heard it first on the BKFC show, and we're very excited about this fight to see who wins. Who's going to win? Who do you think?
Paige.
So that's who you want. That's definitely who you want.
So you got your...
I know you.
I'm also like, even I'm really big on giving the fans what they want, and I know the fans want to see me and Paige go at it. I would love to fight Paige. I would love to fight Rachel. I want to fight anybody. I just want to fight again. I'm ready to go.
I can tell, man. I can tell. How long did it take after that insane fight at Knucklemania for you? I mean, to heal up, because I saw you that night. You look like, and don't take this the wrong way, you're a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
You almost look like the Toxic Avenger or something. Your eye was all swollen. It was crazy.
We were like hanging out afterwards, and I was just like, I can't believe I look like this. But it really wasn't that bad. It was like 2 weeks. The worst part of the healing was, I had some shiners, like black eyes for a month or two, but for my swelling and all of it, for me to look normal, it took like 2 weeks. And then my hands were what was the worst part. My hands were killing me for about a month or two as well.
So
I couldn't eat.
Oh, you
I couldn't. chew food, open my door like to my car. I couldn't drive for a couple of days afterwards. So
At least
it
you're
was
safe.
very fun.
Somehow it was all worth it, though. It sounds like to me.
Oh, it was
So-
absolutely 100%.
After the fight, after the healing in 2 weeks, now you're back to training. Has your training regimen changed now that you've been in BKFC? You know what to expect for your next fight, or some kind of idea. Has your training regimen now changed, knowing what you know going into the next fight?
I would say more so on the knuckle conditioning thing. Conditioning your hands. That was the one thing I didn't really hear a whole. I mean, I did hear about like conditioning my knuckles, but I really didn't know how bad my hands were gonna hurt in the fight until like the day of weigh-in. Someone was like everyone. That was like the one thing I heard. Your hands, like your hands are gonna hurt so bad. Like I just kept hearing that, and when you throw punches, and then it was like, oh, okay. And that was a real thing. So I've been really working on making sure my knuckles are primed up and ready to go.
Awesome.
Well, I mean, that we're waiting to see it. We're waiting to see for your next fight, finding out that announcement. I actually can't wait to make that announcement. I'm a huge fan. I know Rob is too.
Absolutely.
Of you and your fighting style. But again, for me, working with this organization, I know you just went out there to fight, but thank you for opening Knucklemania at the time, our biggest show ever, with such a bang. I mean, can you imagine if that was a sold-out crowd, how crazy that would have been?
Hey, it was crazy.
Oof, even without one.
The people watching it online. I mean, it's on YouTube now.
Oh, is there a free fight up there?
It's almost 1 million views.
You have a free fight up there? I didn't know that.
Her fight is up there. It's cracked almost 1 million views. Probably one of the fastest fights we ever reached 1 million on the YouTube page. And for just reason, it's
of course
fight of the night, one of the best fights I've ever seen. So
now,
thank you very much
thank
for
you.
that.
We both
Fans,
agree.
thank you
No,
as well.
it is my pleasure.
Now, before
I pinch myself. I just like to give people what they come and pay for to watch,
You sure
and
do.
give them a show from beginning to end.
pay for that and more. That was amazing. So before we let you go, did anybody after that fight, because I said it kind of went viral, a lot of people talking about it. Was there anybody that tweeted about it or DM'd you or got a hold of you that you were like, whoa? Was it any kind of...
The wildest thing was like Tyson Fury tweeting about it, but I didn't even see that until like a month or two after, and seeing
Really?
it like tagged in my pictures on like my tag pictures. People were like, Tyson Fury. Shaquille O'Neal messaged me and was like, that fight was amazing. He was like, kiss your babies for me, and I was just like, oh my god, Shaquille O'Neal wants to kiss my kids, and it was like, it was
Shaq.
funny. It was just really funny.
Yeah, it was great that all these people are noticing what a great sport it is, and that you were able to lead that charge. We appreciate you. Thank you for coming on today. I know you have other stuff you probably have to get to, but we've been wanting to get you on for a while, so we're glad to have had you today.
I know, about time. I missed you guys, and it's so good to see you. I'll actually be down in Miami for the show, June 26th. I'll be there, so everybody
Awesome.
Come say hi to me. Can't wait to hang out with you guys, and hopefully see you guys in July.
So a little winker there. Sign some autographs, take some pictures, kiss some babies, and we'll be seeing you at Miami, and we'll be seeing you hopefully in July, whatever that means. We'll find that out.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on. We
Thank you
appreciate
very much. Thank you, Ted.
Bye, guys. Thank
Bye.
you.
Take care.
Have a
Have
happy
a great-
Memorial Day weekend. So
Wow.
that was, I mean, I came and unpacked that interview. There was
Yeah.
so much goodness in that. I love talking to her because she's a warrior. She's got
She
a lot
is.
of heart. We
Yep.
saw that. So to examine the warrior's brain, their mindset, it's pretty cool.
Yep. We have an announcement for the Paige fight, and she said it, man. She wants Paige. She wants the tough opponent, dude. She wants the whole. She doesn't want the easy fight.
No, she wasn't. She didn't shy away from the Brit and Hart question a little bit because they're such good friends. But she's like, "Oh, I'll go where I'm told." But
That's tough, man.
I couldn't
It's
fight a
tough.
friend.
Yeah.
I couldn't fight a friend. Not like that. Not. I mean,
for the right amount of money, man.
if they offered us to go in there, me and you, two bozos at a BKFC, give us like 50 grand each, just beat the shit out of each other. I might do that. I love you, but I know it's just 50 grand for my family.
Winner take all.
That would be they play circus music.
Yeah.
So we're excited about the Paige announcement. We're
That's
excited about
awesome,
everything that's
man.
happened today on the show. Again, I'll give it to you July 23rd. Paige Van Zandt taking on
It's
Rachel
official.
Ostovich. This is not a rematch in BKFC, but a rematch of sorts. A lot of people have wanted this fight. So again, if you're going to report this, you heard it first in the BKFC show. We're so proud to bring you the exclusive scoops like that. And we're also proud to bring you, I love these. I know you love these. The fan sentiment all the time. They love them.
Last but not least, the
You do it. Knockout of the week.
knockouts of the week.
Yeah, Rob. Look at that. We got
All
clout. Look at
right.
us go. So the first knockout of the week, I believe, is yours.
Is it?
I don't know. Let's see.
Wait till you see this.
What, there's a kid involved.
It's not my fault. I
Is
didn't
that
bring the
person
kid
upside
there.
down? No. That's what's going on.
All right, so I got a little bit of the backstory right now, and I'm sure everyone's listening to the drama that's unfolding. So this is a Little Caesars in America.
Oh my God!
Dude, this is no
Oh
joke,
my,
dude.
I saw a fight like this in high school. She's pulling her hair up,
And nobody
Ow.
gets involved. Everyone's just like, okay.
They're just trying to get their pizza and go home.
Yep. So,
Oh my God!
oh
The curse.
man.
This is crazy, dude. Where do you find?
Oh.
Where do you find these, Rob?
All right. So I saw a
Oh my
report
God!
on this.
Oh my God! I'm sorry, Rob. Oh, are our teeth gone?
So that's my knockout of the week. All right, so let me give you a quick
my God.
backstory. So they're both at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
Yeah. So apparently the girl beating up the other girl was mad that the girl that got beat up was talking to her baby daddy while she was in jail or something along. There's an article to go with it. We'll post the article down. We'll let the readers check. Take a look at it. Some drama.
Drama.
Yeah, some drama. She was arrested though.
You
the
think?
following week. Yeah. So that's my knockout of the week, man. Just be careful out there.
I got to tell you, in the future, we should structure.
When buying pizza, apparently.
Yeah, right. I don't know what's going on. Structure these knockouts of the
Fuck
week.
is going on in this?
I almost don't even want to show my knockout of the week now after seeing that. That was. I think that might
man.
be the best knockout of the week we've ever had. Again, Little Caesars used to remember they used to give you 2 pizzas. Pizza. It was like knuckle, fist, kick in the face, blood. Great knockout of the week. Not for the woman that got beat up, but for us to watch.
For the fans.
Rob, I'd like to see what website you visit to get all this stuff. I mean, that was incredible. I want to watch them.
Got my sources.
Yeah, right. All right. My knockout of the week. I did this for a reason. It's Memorial Day weekend, an unofficial start of the summer. Everyone's excited for that. So this is what we're calling the Boardwalk Beatdown. We're going to call it Swing and a Miss. Let's go to my knockout of the week. On the boardwalk. Look at this. I don't know what happened. The guy's got a camera around his neck. I think that's pretty cool, too. He's a sightseer. Whoop, swing, miss.
Ooh.
He's done. Boom.
Oh!
Around the boardwalk.
What a great counter.
Happy Memorial Day weekend. Watch the tram car, please, if you're from the
Is this
area.
a Jersey Shore?
I'm not
It
sure,
is.
but I'm guessing so.
It looks like AC, man. It looks like
That's
Atlantic
right. I thought
City.
it might be AC. One of the rickshaw guys is going to have to drive
Look,
around.
he's trying
him
to
now.
walk away. Good. Oh,
Boom.
man. Yeah.
One shot, and then his head hit
Be careful who you start shit with out on the street, people.
I know. Look,
Be very
look.
careful.
He's going to run him over, the rickshaw. He should run him over. And then you have the American flag.
He's trying. It looks like he's trying to walk away. The guy keeps, he's
mouthing off.
Yeah, and then he swings.
If I was the guy that knocked him down, I would have stood over and took a picture of my camera and walked away. That's how I would. I would have done the Lorenzo Hunt.
He's already knocked down. He could have curb stomped him like the other video, or it could have gotten a lot worse.
We don't need
no,
that.
I know. I'm just saying though, just be careful who you start with, because it looked like my man back there was, he didn't even want any parts of it until the guy swung on him. He defended himself.
Do you think that guy after that knockout ran down to play one of the games and won a stuffed animal for his kid and was all excited and family vacation kind of thing?
I don't know, man. Do you
I
go
love
back
it.
and report on that? What happened? Well, I was walking down the street and I just dropped some dude.
I won with the water gun game after that.
Come
you
back
put
with a
that
pizza.
your Jersey Shore vacation, perhaps. You're looking at all the photos. You take the photo of the guy knocked out. It's awesome. Okay, we have a fan one too. Michael E. Thank you for sending this in. Michael E.
Shout out,
sent it
Mike.
in.
Thank you.
Michael E. in the house. Let's check out his knockout of the week. We're gonna call this the Kitchen KO. Watch this. This is sick.
Oh, whoa! Why? What?
So let's watch. Hold on.
She's
censor.
smoking a cigarette?
So what's happening here? Because I don't know if you can hear this, Rob, in your headset. He kept saying, "Slap me in the face" or "hit me." He was asking her to. I don't know if he was drunk or what.
He was goading her into it.
He might have been drunk. He looks like he's something. Right now, though, he's punch drunk after this. Boom!
Once again, be careful what you wish for.
I know, man. We're in 2021. Males and females are equal.
Dude, that was a great hook.
That's what I'm saying.
Yo,
Whack.
Nate, sign that chick, man.
Let's get
sign
her.
her.
Dude,
Please
sign the
get
Little
her.
Caesars caper lady, the Little Caesars clocker.
Man, we can't have her, dude.
I don't know. I'd want to see her fight.
It's brutal.
Anyway, there are knockouts of the week. If you have a knockout of the week, just like Michael E. did, we love hearing from you. You can send it in to info@bareknuckle.tv. Just send the link, send the video, whatever you have, send it in. If you want to send yourself, knocking yourself out, I'd love to see that. I might do that next week.
Dude, if you would have knocked yourself out
kinda
right
just
now.
hurt, yeah.
It did, dude.
My jaw was
Brian
puckered.
versus Brian in BKFC 20.
Yeah, right. Have a little bit more of a gut on me, It'll be great. All right. Well, I think that does it for today,
Are we
Rob.
done?
I don't know. I mean, we should go recreate I whacked the thing off my head. Let's show.
Where were you going when you whacked something,
Let's
man?
show it. Let's show it before we get out here again. If you missed it at the top of the show, this is what we did last week after the show with the president, David Feldman. We had catering in here, and this is what we did to prepare for the next show. I don't. Are we gonna hit each other with anything today when we get off the air?
I'm not.
Is this like
You
a normal
guys-
thing, like hit each other in the head Thursday?
It's very
We have
gotta let the aggression off.
after the show. We're all pumped up. We have a quick right.
And
Look, Dave does it once and he acts. I'm breaking it over my head.
Fuck you.
So I'm afraid what's going to happen when we get off the air today, but I will say
awesome.
I wish you a very happy Memorial Day weekend with your friends and family. If you're headed to the Bare Knuckle Hall of Fame, enjoy that. Congratulations to our staff going in and everybody going in. We appreciate you and what you've done for the sport. I'm going to hold my Tiger Life up. I'm going to give you the fist bump.
My man.
And I'm going to say thank you for another great show today, Rob. Thank you to our
Brian.
producers. Thank you to the control room. Thank you, DC, out there helping out as well. Cheers to you from Tiger Life, BKFC. Have a very happy Memorial Day weekend. And don't forget, unless you're on the boardwalk, knuckle up.